In a quiet town, there was an old antique shop, hidden away on a dimly lit street that only a few knew about. Among the dusty relics and forgotten trinkets stood a tall, ornate mirror, its edges engraved with strange, intricate symbols that seemed to almost shimmer in the dark. One evening, a young woman named Sara stumbled upon the shop while looking for decorations for her new apartment. As her eyes scanned the room, she felt an eerie pull toward the mirror, as if it was silently calling her. Despite a chill running down her spine, she convinced herself it was nothing more than an old, harmless piece of glass. She purchased it without a second thought. Ignoring the shopkeeper's worried expression, the mirror fit perfectly in her bedroom, hanging across from her bed. But that night, as Sara lay half asleep, she sensed something strange. She glanced at the mirror and froze. Her reflection was not her own. Staring back at her was a pale, hollow-eyed version of herself, with dark, sunken features and a sinister smile. Startled, she turned on the lights, and the image disappeared, replaced by her ordinary reflection. Shrugging it off as her mind playing tricks on her, Sara tried to forget about it, but each night the figure returned, becoming clearer and more unsettling. Soon it was no longer just a twisted version of herself staring back. Other figures began to appear, shadowy, indistinct, lurking behind her reflection. She could feel their presence growing stronger with each passing night, as if they were trying to break through. One evening, desperate for answers, Sara decided to confront the shopkeeper. He looked at her with weary eyes and told her the mirror's dark history. It had belonged to a woman who, years ago, had mysteriously vanished. Legend had it that anyone who looked into the mirror too long would find themselves drawn into the world beyond, a world where lost souls were trapped, unable to escape. Terrified, Sara returned home, determined to get rid of the mirror. But when she tried to lift it from the wall, it wouldn't budge. It was as if it had grown roots into her room. Frantically, she backed away, watching in horror as her reflection twisted once again, grinning wider, with hands pressed against the glass, as if ready to claw its way through. As the clock struck midnight, Sara saw the last thing she ever would, her reflection reaching out, its hand breaking through the glass. Cold fingers gripped her wrist and pulled her forward. She felt herself slipping, unable to scream, as the world around her went dark. The next morning, her apartment was empty. All that was left was the mirror, and if you looked closely, you might see a new face trapped inside. Sara's face, eyes wide with terror, forever staring back.